Okay, guys, good morning. Today will be short, but I want to start with this. So just listen up. Tell me if you hear it. I don't hear it. No?
I don't hear it either.
I can't hear it.
All right, never mind. I don't know how to make it loud. He made it loud. I don't know.
Check the volume of the actual video.
There?
Nope.
Okay, never mind. Forget it. All right, now I'm hearing.
We can't hear it because you have your earphones on. So you're hearing the sound through your earphone. We need to hear the sound through your computer.
Yes or no? Oh, crap. No, forget it. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Hello? Oh my God, I'm having technical difficulties today. Can you guys hear me?
Becky, do you want to share it on the chat and maybe somebody else can share it?
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We're just gonna move forward. It's the one that I played for you guys yesterday about it's possible. So we're just gonna start today. Couple things. You know that we're less than a month away from the release of Hammer and Chisel, December 1st. So I really hope that you guys are doing the work right now to get that moving. I decided on Monday with Aaron Young that we came up with a plan, and I opened up an event that's it's public, so I shared the link yesterday. You guys are welcome to get in there and invite people to it. What I'm gonna do is from now till December 1st, I'm gonna be addressing people's questions about the program. I'm gonna try to do it in video format so I have it saved so I don't have to answer the same questions over and over again. Little by little, I'm gonna share transformations from the Hammer and Chisel group and get people really excited about the release. And what I decided to do was, for the people who want to start in December, I'm gonna give them the option. We're gonna do a soft start. So a soft start meaning let them play around with the program, let them start learning what's needed, let them watch the videos and try them out, get familiar with the nutrition plan to start to really go all in January. One thing I was thinking about actually last night when I was trying to fall asleep is I'm debating whether to start on January 4th or to start on a Thursday, being that the program, the way it's designed, it's 3 days on, the 4th day is a rest day. If you start on Monday, your rest day is Thursday. A lot of people like to have a rest day on Sunday. That's why this time I started my second round on a Thursday so that Sunday is the rest day. Okay, so that's something to think about. No, you can't switch the rest day. And no, you shouldn't work out on the rest day, Evelise. You take that day off. It's rest for a reason. There are weeks, you may, like the first week, for instance, I was like, oh shit, like we just got started and we gotta rest. So I went for a walk with Roscoe. But as it gets hard and heavy, like this week right now, the one I'm in right now, which is I'm just started the second month of round 2, today, tomorrow, and the day after are a bitch, like hard as hell. And you're praying for a rest day at this point. So listen to your body, trust the process, trust everything that was designed because it works. And I hope you look at me and see that the meal plan as design works, the workout schedule as design works. You don't need to add additional workouts. Do the damn program as Sagi and Autumn designed it, and you will get results. And I'm gonna keep using this phrase. Who was it? It was Billy Porter at Super Saturday used this line, and I'm gonna keep using it because I love it. You do 50% of the work, you're gonna get 50% of the results. Don't come back crying later that you didn't get results because you obviously didn't do the program as designed. And that goes for this business as well. You don't work 100% at your capabilities, you're not going to get what you're looking for. So with this program, it's very specific. There are some days that the workouts are short, like yesterday or the day before was 22 minutes. ISO speed hammer, it's 22 minutes. Work freaking hard for 22 minutes, and that's it. That's all you need. So I'm gonna be really working this event page hard. I'm really getting out there on all social media platforms, trying to find people who want to join this group. And I urge you to get people in. When it does get down to the nitty gritty and the program releases, I'm not gonna have a challenge group for all of these donations. I don't like big groups. I'm taking my people and I'm opening a group. So from that point on, you're on your own. You take your people and you start your own hammer and chisel groups. So you're welcome to get into that event, share it with your prospects, and let's just build some momentum, and with your team, because your coaches, maybe I have coaches that are inactive at this point and I know that they're interested. So I've added them to that. I've invited them to the event to build some, interest with them, to get maybe some inactive coaches working on their fitness again. Let's get them back in with their fitness and see if we can get them back into the game to start the new year fresh. Any questions on that? Okay, the other thing that I'm doing is I shared with you the wording yesterday for the November 30th group. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm pushing hard post Thanksgiving 21-day support group. If you get, once you start posting that, and really you need to watch the wording that you're using on your posts. Get down to the nitty gritty. I saw that Barbie Kalev, I'm in her PS coach group. I wrote down the wording. I'll have to share it with you later, but she's doing this thing, which is exactly what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, but she has an actual hashtag for it. It's like change the perception of the holidays from food to family, or food to love, or food to relationships, food to meaning, so get people away from this obsession with pigging out during the holidays and move that. Like, what is the true meaning of the holidays, and get people thinking about that. And, how can we get them tuned in and dialed into a fitness program now, instead of thinking that I just need to dump it all and just get fat during the holidays. It doesn't have to be that way. So really watch how you're writing things, put some thought into them. There is influence, which is what I want to talk about, some of the things that I've learned in the 2 days. I've only done 2 days on the Tony Robbins thing. I haven't been able to continue. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. So get people in there. You have size. That's, for beginners, if you want to get them into a support group for that. But if you start them on November 30th, you're going to get them. They're going to be done before Christmas. They're going to feel good about themselves. They're going to not feel guilty that they've let themselves completely go. If you want to give them some leeway on the weekends, that's up to you. Make them comfortable with that. But it's important that we get people in now. So work on that. Start promoting that. Don't wait till November, Thanksgiving to start talking about this. You got to start talking about it now. I've been doing the WooFoo forms to get people to apply to get into my groups. I can't say that they work 100%. The great thing about it, I'll change my perspective, is that I'm getting a ton of email addresses. But people apply and then they disappear on me, which I don't understand the freaking concept behind that. Why would you take the time to apply if you're not going to respond to my email? I've even gone to the lengths of adding to my form. You expect an email response from me. Check your spam within 24 hours. I respond in 2 minutes, like literally. Even if I'm going to sleep and I see it, I send them the freaking email right then and there, and they still don't apply. So yesterday, I spent the entire day going through every single application that I've ever gotten, and there are a lot of them, and finding these people on Facebook, like trying again to look deeper to try to find them, because they're coming from Facebook. They're not coming from Instagram. You can't complete an application from Instagram. I've tried. You have to go through Facebook. So they're on Facebook. They're just like private or something. and trying to re-engage conversations. Some have accepted, so now I'm talking to, now they can't hide from me. Now I'm going to talk to them on Facebook. So do that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm facing the same thing, so I was debating to do a WooFoo, but what I think is that we need to get also their phone number so that we can text them. So I'm going to do an application, and I am going to require a phone number.
Oh, good idea. I'm going to add that.
The same thing is happening, so at least I can engage them via phone. And now I'm going to really stalk them.
You know what? I do ask for the phone number. I do text them. They don't respond. I hunt them down. Dude, one responded to me yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm always very busy. And I feel like saying, then why do you fill out the application then? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do text them, Jeanette. I'm like really in there.
It happens to everybody. I asked Erin Young this on Monday, and it happens to her. It happens to Mindy, because I asked her the same exact thing when she was here in Miami. And so it happens to everybody. I don't understand the philosophy behind it, because I ask a question like, how would it feel to succeed, and how hard are you willing to work? And they're like, very hard. And then it's like, they disappear. So I don't get it. We'll correct that. I've even put on my Facebook post, expect an email from me within 24 hours. Like I said, the email goes out in 5 minutes, and that still hasn't corrected the issue, but we'll keep working on that.
I'm also, once they fill out the application and when they're ready to watch the videos, I am going to do a video of the 21-day fix and talking about Shakeology with me, because right now I'm only talking to people that I don't know, a lot of, from my like page. So I do want to do that video on Friday so they can see me and they can see the emotion and really I think the key is really getting into the containers, because I don't think that the Beachbody videos are really effective. They go so fast and they look so salesy. So if we can really dig deep into those containers and why they need it and how easy it's going to make it for the rest of their lives, I think that is going to be key.
I like that. I'm going to do that too.
That's a good idea.
Rochelle Griffith has a video on that in her like page. She did a whole video explaining what each container is for.
Yeah.
Becky, I know that you've had a lot of responses on Instagram, and you're starting to see a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
The link for your WooFoo form, you can't put it in a post, but you can put it in your bio.
What I put on my bio was the opt-in, and I have no idea if people are clicking on it.
How about,
Yeah, but if you want, like, let's say you can change your bio frequently if you want. That's what a lot of people do. And if you want to do a post where it says, join my hammer and chisel, whatever, link in bio, and then they go to your bio and click. So
okay. I'll do that.
How about when you private message them on Instagram? Can they also get the link like that or no?
Yeah.
You can post it in the direct message on Instagram and they can actually click on it?
Yeah, but the first message has to be a picture. It's so dumb the way it works. Like, I've tried to message people just to say hi or whatever, and it won't let me unless I'm sending a picture, and then you can start a conversation.
Nancy,
Okay.
they actually did like an update, but on the iPhone. I don't know about the Android, and you don't need to have a picture anymore. You can just directly message somebody. Yeah.
Oh, so maybe I wonder if it's different.
So who else besides me are enjoying so many rejections? Jesus.
Right.
Let me tell you, it's crazy. Like yesterday I sent like 30 invites. And, like the one that I show you ladies, it's free. Like everything, it's free.
Yeah,
so,
everything's free.
Right. So then you see them on their page. I go to their page. Oh, I just bought this beautiful iPad. Oh my God, my new toy. And I'm like, really? Like you rather invest, I will not tell them, but it's just like priorities.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, all we can do, yesterday I spent the entire day, I didn't practically do anything of team-related stuff. I spent the entire day working through my list, I've stopped using my Excel, today we're just gonna talk. My Excel spreadsheet contact list, I went through it, I had it open, going back and forth, finding old messages, but I've created a different list. I am living off Evernote. To me, it's the best thing ever created on earth. I could go anywhere and I could do everything right from here, but now I'm using it on the computer too. So as I'm doing stuff, it's always open and I'm adding people to my contact list with notes and I'm going back, message them, found them on waiting for friend requests or sent them a follow-up message. And all these people are the woofu people. As soon as they fill out an application, I add them to my Evernote so I can keep a steady stream. I mean, you're gonna have to, social media right now, it's like, you better figure out your brand and go hit it hard, because it is working. You have to be consistent, know who you're talking to, and it is going to work.
Can I give you guys a tip about when to invite, the time frame?
Yes,
this is what works for me, okay? It may be different for everybody else. People, Wednesdays and Thursdays, for the most part, corporate people love happy hour. Guess what the heck they're going to be doing all the time? They're going to be checking their phone. So usually they're checking their phones to see where they're going to go, who they're going to meet, and the whole shit while they're in happy hour. So you know what? Change your times of inviting. Do not do it always in the morning. Maybe you're going to have to move on Wednesdays and Thursdays to change your invites between 5 and 7. Think happy hour thoughts. Fridays, my invite time, it's noon. Everybody's completely checked out of the office, mine-wise, at noon. So they're always fidgeting on their phone. So my invites go out on Fridays at noon. Mondays, I hit them hard early in the morning. Nobody wants to work. Everybody's looking at their phone. So I changed my times according to the way I used to function when I was at an office. And you're going to have to find your happy medium, but that's what has worked for me. And there are times that I send the invite really late at night too. So I don't stick to one time frame. I go based on the day of the week. Another thing is, Sundays is a big day for you guys to send out your invites. Saturdays, not so much, at least for me. Saturdays, people are out and about and running errands. Nobody has chance to answer any text, any of our things. Sunday, however, they're kind of like just settling down and they're like, okay, what's going to happen for this week? They're feeling guilty by this time on Sundays because they ate like shit Friday night and Saturday. So you have to hit them at their weak points. When are you going to feel like crap the most? That's when you send an invite, and phrase it according to how you would feel. Don't say, oh, join my group. I never even talk about group. I always say, hey, how would you like to achieve this? And be realistic. Some people like us, I would hit my fitness 100% during the holidays. Majority of the people do not think that way. And if it's not because I'm a coach, I would not hit my fitness 100%. I do it because it's my job. I'm being honest. If not, I would actually take a back seat into my fitness in the holidays and just focus on eating right 80% of the times. And that's why I've been putting my focus on my post on your 80-20 or your 90-10 during the holidays. So think how you would think if you were not a coach when you send out your invites. That's what has been working for me. You guys can try whatever you guys may think. But in rejections, Jaddy, I wrote this yesterday. 2 things that keeps people from buying from us: fear and money. Fear.
Usually fear comes from spending the money, and that's one of the things that I'll talk about. It's pleasure and pain, and that's
fear. They're going to fail. They're going to fail. They feel like they're going to fail. So you need to address that in your post. I wrote that yesterday because it was fear and money. The 2 things that people say, oh my gosh, how about if I fail? How about if you actually succeed? Like kind of like just do address those things in the post. Ask those questions. Put this, don't say, oh, people will not buy because they spend money on this and they don't spend money. Don't do that. Just actually say that. People would not commit to something, or I would have never committed to something out of fear, and resonate with the way they think.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah.
So in the Tony Robbins second day, it's on influence. He talks about, and I did a quick, very short, I don't know how I got it in 15 seconds, but I made a video on Instagram yesterday about pleasure and pain. And I mean, obviously it was 15 seconds. It was 3 words, but it's like some people associate spending money with fear, with pain. It hurts them. If they don't see the value in what they're buying, it's going to cause fear in them. And it's our job, by influencing them, jogging their fears. Like really, like this is one thing that I've done a few times. I'm not going to say it works every time, but it did a couple of weeks back with some girl that was all in, and then all of a sudden was all out. And I said, wait a second, but what is the cost to your life and your health by not doing this now? And Tony Robbins talks about it in the influence thing. Like, as uncomfortable as it is, because it's uncomfortable to say something like that to someone, if you jog them and really make them go back to the pain that they feel right now, where they sit tired, feeling like shit, no confidence, really make them feel that again, it'll change. You will influence them to change their minds. But that's a skill, and you gotta work on that. And that goes back to, let me open my notes from Evernote, because I took a bunch of notes. As coaches, that comes from real intense belief in the products. You have to be 100% confident in what you're saying, with 100% intention, with 100% heart. If you come off, God damn it, why can't I find this Evernote thing? If you come off like you're selling, it's not gonna work. Don't, like my coach said, don't show up to a sales call or to talk to a prospect with commission breath. If people feel that you're trying to sell them on something, you've lost them already. And let me address something that he said about objections. So we talked a lot about the scripts, right? The scripts, I would hope that by now you've massaged them to a point that they work for you, because they work for me and I use them. Every once in a while I change some of the questions and reword the questions to make them fit what I'm trying to say. But they work, because I didn't get successful 40 in September and 28 in October by, I'm gonna mute you guys, by messing around and just shooting from the hip. It doesn't work that way. The objections come in because you haven't done something properly at the beginning. If you haven't addressed all their concerns and asked the right questions, which is, I think is the key here with influence, is asking the right questions up front, finding out their why, then they will be compelled to want to do and join you. But objections can only be broken by asking more questions. So you take the objection, you think about it. How can I ask a question that is going to help these people see that what I need, what they need, I have, and you ask more questions. You can only break an objection with more questions. So asking the right questions too. All right, hold on. I'm still trying to find this damn thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to day one, and some of the things that spoke to me is to be proud of your career. You made a decision to be here. I'm not holding a gun to your head and telling you to show up to this call or to be a leader on the team. So you gotta be proud of what you're doing. If you hesitate talking about what you do to people, that's a problem. And you're holding yourself back. So you're gonna have to do some soul searching as to why you're here. Because I can tell you, and I say this all the time, you cut my veins, I bleed, beach, body, blue. I will talk to anybody about what I do. I will talk to everybody about the business. I don't care what they think, because I know that what we have is special. And I speak with conviction. I'm sure you can hear the passion in my voice. You have to do the same. And it's not even about making money, because I spoke like this even before I was a coach. When I was a customer, I had conviction about what these products had done for me. And so I've had it always. It's because I love this company, I love the products, and I believe in them. And what we do is meet people's needs. So you have to know their needs. When you post about a support group or a challenge group, you should be addressing some kind of needs in your post. Like Avalise said, think about women your age. Think about some of the things that they're going through in their lives right now. I can think of a million things. And I'm not there, but I know that women my age, because I hear it day in and day out, don't have any confidence. They don't like the way they look. They are tired. They have issues with food. They don't know what to eat. They want to work out, but they can't find the time. They're struggling to make time for everything in their life. All those things, and there's slews of more things. Sit down and make a list, and then address a couple in a post. Start with a question. If you look at my post, I always start with a question. Do you feel like this? Are you tired of hiding behind your kids when you take pictures? Most women do that, because I see it in the pictures on Facebook. Those are the kind of things that will jog somebody to, at least it'll be a thought. Oh, I do that. And that, there you got them. You've sparked some kind of interest in their mind. Don't sell, focus on adding value. And this goes back to the free groups. It goes back to how our products can add value to someone's life, how you as a coach can add value to someone's life. We're more than just pushing Shakeology on people. We are here. We are enablers of hope, enablers of dreams, enablers of goals. We empower people and assume that role, you know, accept it, accept responsibility for it, and go out and add value to people. So what we're here is to do, and this is part of as leaders, we influence thoughts, actions, and beliefs. So and it goes with your team. You are, the way that you lead your team, you're influencing them. So you have a hard time believing what you're doing yourself, that is going to transfer to your team. We are here to get people to take action. We're here to break down people's fears and addressing new coaches. We're here to paint the picture of success. We're here to paint the picture of what can $100 a month do for your family? Who can you help in your lives? How can this company and our mission and our products, how can it help you better your life and your future for your family? And if you ask the right questions, again, you can really go down to see what someone's real life issues are. I always go back to, and I throw it in there, and I know it probably hurts people, but I go back to when people give me objection on starting a program. I thought you told me that you wanted to be healthy for your kids. I thought you told me that you wanted to set an example for your kids. It's uncomfortable to say that. But again, like Tony Robbins says, you have to shake them. You have to shake them and make them see that you have something that they need. The person that masters influence is the person that changes the world. That's huge. So what I'm telling you is step over the edge. Today, make the decision that you are going to take this seriously and you're going to go in and affect people's lives. Let me see what else. Okay, so let's talk about the commitment, your greatest power. Oh, this is good. Okay, so top producers, some of the things that they have in common, they have compelling reasons, and I think I posted this earlier last week. Top producers have compelling reasons to be the best and to tap into their full ability. Selling is not just to make money or win a contest, but to leave your mark, creating new choices to help change lives. And I remember I posted this. I've always, even though I obviously like to make money, we all do, I've always had a compelling reason. Like, I believe in this and I wanted to leave my job. That was my compelling reason. Now my compelling reason is to empower you guys to seek your full potential. And it's not about just, let's see how many challenge packs I can sell. My mission now is to, yes, sell that challenge pack and see how can I affect this person to change their own footprint, to change their legacy. And I wrote it in the very first Beachbody event, and I posted it a few months ago. Larry found the notebook where I took the notes, and I said, and I wrote 3 words really big on one sheet of paper, and it says, leave your mark. I have been a coach for 5 months at that point. I think I did it. And I will continue to do it as we evolve as a team. 80% comes down to having a big enough why. Again, a compelling reason. Do you have a big enough why? Are you shooting too low? Les Brown says it. Most people shoot too low and hit, and that's how they fail. Instead of shooting even higher and missing. Because if you shoot high and miss, you're still gonna be accomplishing something greater than if you shoot low and hit. You need to test yourself, check your why, get out there, and every day, I wrote here, big enough why to get out of bed every single day and to affect someone's life. Is your why big enough? If you're coasting downhill, your why is not big enough. So some strategies, I want to talk about the influence. Hold on, because I have like 10 strategies here, but they're not real in depth. Okay, so for the prospects, you're gonna have to work on building real interest first. And that goes back to your scripts, asking questions, editing those scripts, really knowing how you post. I'm gonna keep saying this, and if you guys are not picking up the hints that I'm telling you to look at your social media and make edits, then I don't know how else to say it. Look at your posts, and they have to be engaging and special. You have to show what you bring to the table. Why? Why would a prospect choose you over me? Why? What do you bring to the table? Okay, and it's finding out their core emotion. Why do they need your product? Find the emotion hurt that they need and want to heal. And it gets emotional and it gets raw, but you have to do it because the top coaches are doing it. They find out what it is that their people need. Then you provide the solution. Top producers convert objections into questions. You can't answer objections. Objections are a question that needs to be answered. And like I said before, if you're finding a lot of objections, you are not doing enough soul digging at the beginning of your conversation. You're not asking the right questions. People still don't feel that they need this product from you. And we're not trying to persuade or manipulate, because I don't like either of those two, or convince. They need to realize it on their own through the questions you're asking that they need your help. Oh, crap. Well, I don't know where I wrote the rest of my notes. Hold on. Can I go get my book really quick? Hold on. I told you I was unorganized today. Do you guys have any questions so far? Anything that strikes you? No?
I like the whole thing that you said about what was it that you said about influence? How we influence our. I should have written down, but something about how we influence. Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, about leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the person that masters influence is the person that changes the world.
Yes, and I think, you know what, I just thought about that and reminded me of my kids, because when we put that seed inside of them, they can actually start influencing. When they start influencing at a younger age, I think that becomes natural to them. And I think that's what I was missing part of my life growing up. I didn't have that. I never thought I would be able to influence anybody. But if we pass that on to our kids, they can actually change things.
Absolutely. Yeah, this mastering influence thing from Tony Robbins is not just for our business. Yeah, they talk about selling because that's what it's for, but we need to be master influencers in everything, in our marriages, with our kids, in everyday life. If we can influence people to see, and jump on board with us, and we know how to communicate correctly, we can be successful in all areas of our life. It's not just with this business and selling challenge packs. I mean, we have the most powerful tool in the world. We're the most positive people. We're doing the best things, but if we could just hone in on these skills and perfect it, we could, have like the best relationships with everyone we come in contact with. So this is a broad thing. What we were saying about the pleasure and the pain. Oh, about disturbing. What he says here is selling is like Dickens' whatever. The process of finding people's pain, disturbing them, stirring up their pain, making them feel the hurt, and then healing it through new sets of choices. Usually in the form of your products or services. So step one is find a deep want or interest. Remember, people don't buy needs, they buy wants. So for instance, my car. I didn't need that car. I could have gotten a different car. but I wanted that car. And I didn't give a shit how much it was going to cost because I wanted that car. So if you can get to someone's, someone who wants to lose a lot of weight, figure out what are the demons that they're dealing with. What are the things that they have dealt with all their life? The reasons, the stories that they keep telling themselves, why they're overweight, why they can't lose weight, why they keep failing. If you keep asking the questions, dig up that hurt, make them really feel it, they're going to see that they don't need this product. No, they want this product because this product symbolizes success. It symbolizes feeling good about themselves. It symbolizes a future of non-pain. So number 2, disturb them. Stirring up hurt is not negative. It's your job to be a healer of hurt. And number 3, show them how to heal their discomfort by using your product. Persuasion is the process of getting your customers to clearly associate their most desired feelings or states to your product or service. An undisturbed prospect will not buy. So that's pretty powerful. And then it says, Zig Ziglar quote, you can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough people get what they want. I could hear his voice saying that. So they do go, I've done all the exercises, as you can see, look. I never used to do that before. I'm actually doing the workbook. He makes you go through, list 3 things that you really wanted and did buy. What made you buy them? And I put in my shoes, my very expensive shoes. I wanted them. And the reasons I gave myself was because I deserved them. And I wanted them for a long time. And there are classic pieces that I can use forever and ever. Did I need them? No, I didn't need them. But I wanted them, and I got them anyway. Something that I did not buy, 3 things that you did not buy, why didn't you buy them? So I'll tell you guys this, back when we were about to celebrate the 15-star diamond thing, I had this desire, I wanted to rent a yacht. Like, that's what I wanted to do. And I kept on with the yacht and the yacht and the yacht. Like, I even convinced myself, like, I will spend whatever money. And then one day, Larry was like, Becky, stop. You could take all these people on a damn vacation with the amount of money that you're going to spend on a yacht for 4 hours. So it was something I wanted, but at the end of the day, I looked at the value and I didn't need that. And I didn't need to spend that money to convey, the appreciation that I have for you guys. So that was something I wanted, but at the end of the day, I looked at it and I said, I don't need that. And my team doesn't need that. We can do something else, something better than spending all this money unnecessary. So if you go through things like this, exercises with your prospects, it just shows that at the end of the day, if you can get to the real want, why they have to have this to change their lives, people will buy, because a lot of people associate fear with spending money. Some people are cheap, they're frugal, it hurts them to spend money. But if they can see that this product is going to help them, it's going to help them change their life and correct some kind of negative thing in their life, they will buy. So we're going on 45 minutes. Any questions? I thought it was going to be short today. Was it good at least? I was disorganized. I really wanted to talk about this today, but you know how it is. Anyone? And we get to see Alina today. Anyone? Don't be scared. I don't bite. Hi. Aw. Cute.
I'm going to, for everybody who hasn't answered me back, I'm going to use the headline, the subject line, I understand. And then I'm going to go in and talk to them what you said about all their wants, why they wanted this, and I'm going to try to go into that. But with the headline, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to make them uncomfortable too. It's a fine line. It's not insulting. You're not trying to, make them feel bad, but you want to disturb them and really get down and dirty, because that's how they're going to they're going to make the move. And when go ahead, Patty.
I just had an aha moment.
Yeah.
So I think that if, for example, and I'm speaking for me, so if I am not addressing these key points in my posts, you know, because I know the kind of person I want to attract. You know, I've worked on my avatar, I keep adding to it. So I just had an aha moment where I'm thinking, if I am not addressing the needs of these people, it's because in a way it makes me vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because by posting questions and by putting certain information out there, I think people are going to automatically assume she's obviously gone through that.
Yeah.
And so it makes you vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so, you know, going back to working on yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
So that you can expose all of that.
Absolutely. And all of this, honestly, all these speakers, to me, they all tie to each other. I mean, a lot of this is the same stuff that Simon Sinek talks about in Start With Why. And that's why for like the last 2 years, when I'd start a post, I picked that up right away. And I would start it with things that I had gone through. Like, I hated, like, I didn't want to wake up for work anymore. The Sunday anxiety, like bad mood all day long. I was unhappy, unfulfilled. And I would start with those, are you feeling like this? Do you feel like this? And people will, oh, wow, she used to go through that. And this is how the steps she took to correct that. Even what Evelise said about the taking off for the holidays, I did that a long time ago I posted about this like a year ago. I took off all of December. When I used to go to the gym, I was way younger. I was like 20 something. And I've made posts about that, like how bad I felt and how, you know, how much weight I gained and, you know, how I would promise myself I would never do that again. Even if I go to 80-20, it's still better than letting yourself go 100%. All of those things, I take life experiences, things I've gone through, and then you just, yeah, you're going to have to be vulnerable and put it out there. What is my dog doing? Hold on.
You know, I just recently did a post about self-image, and I did it earlier. I did it because after I did my pictures, everything I was seeing with pictures were bad, and it was really in my head. And I did a post about that, and I had some women message me and say, you know what? It's like, here you are, I don't look the way you do, and you're still dealing with self-image. You know, that's exactly, she said to me in a private message, you said everything I feel about myself. And I think that when you start saying things, when you really connect that way, and you start being vulnerable, and when you start being legit of who you really are, people really know. They pick up on that, and it's easier to speak to them and form a relationship. And Jeanette, what's going to tell you, even if you don't get any feedback now, you're getting that feedback for December and January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Everything you're doing now is laying a foundation for January and February. Everything. And March.
That's how I'm getting through the nose. You know, like I sent 20 messages out yesterday and I got 2 replies. And at first I sat there at the end of the day saying, God, what am I doing wrong? And then I'm like, you're not doing anything wrong, Patricia. You're planting those seeds.
Yeah.
Reap the rewards.
It's not you, it's them.
Yeah.
They will remember you.
Yeah.
When they after the holidays, after they gain 15 pounds,
yeah,
they will remember you. Said, oh, that lady invited me. Because to be honest with you, one thing I have learned throughout this journey is that the more you work on yourself, the better people we're going to attract. Because the people that I attracted when I first started, trust me, they either are with me in this journey now or they stay behind. Because it's just, that's what personal development comes in place. You know, we get better as we learn and we work on ourselves.
Okay. Well, thank you, Yadi. I'm going to close this I'm going to go back to the asking the questions. And this is primary tools of influence. So he has a whole list of asking questions. So I'm going to read it to you. Asking questions is most powerful tool for influencing people. When you understand what people believe and how they make decisions, all you have to do is show them that buying your product or service is consistent with those beliefs. That's all selling is. And I'm going to give you an example. When I spoke to the Tony Robbins sales girl, Caitlin, She let me cry for 30 minutes, and she asked the right questions, and she brought out all the things, all the crazy things that were going on in my head. And at the end of the call, how did she leave it? Becky, I know the type of person you are. You're the type of person that will sit on a decision for days, telling yourself why you don't need it. Okay? Most people are like that. Telling themselves why you don't need it. This is how she left it. What is the cost to your life by not taking action today? She got me right there. That brought up all the negative things all over again. So think about that. What is the cost to your life by not taking action today? Questions help you find out what's really going on in people's heads, find out their real motivations, find out their beliefs. It's a test close, takes pressure off. It shows you really care. And I think in this business, that's one of the main things. You let them be interesting. You let them be, what is it? Be interested, not be interesting. It puts the spotlight on them and lets them talk, you listen. And it helps you bring out and overcome objections. So for the next week, think about how you can improve your question asking skills. And that's it. Any other comments or questions for today? Next week, we're gonna have Shay Stanford. So if you guys have any specific questions for her, please let me know. And I already lined up Lauren Duke.
You know what I was going to say to you guys? I recently sent Jeanette a conversation I had with a prospect that I closed, and I never formed this prospect. I went cold turkey. I shut out. I went through like the whole prospect thing that I had on all the likes that I had on a picture, and I never formed this person. I don't know who she is, and I sent an invite cold turkey. So don't be afraid to do that, because even when you form them, chances are that they respond. Even when you don't form it, you're still going to be able to close them or not. Just do it.
Yep. Just to let you know, on the 25th, we're not going to have a call. That's the day before Thanksgiving. And let's just take that day off. And December 2nd, Lauren Duke. So please think about anything you want Shay to talk about. I don't want her talking about Shakeology again. So specific things, her pharmaceutical, how she builds a team of professionals, because that's what her team is, mostly professionals. Things along those lines. I don't want to go into I'm sure she's tired of speaking about Shakeology. Okay. All right, guys, we'll make it a great week. We're all good this week for end of 6-week qualification. So thank you. And let's go on and close out the year strong.
Your picture.
Picture. Sorry, I forgot. I always forget. And I look like crap. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You moved. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got it. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thank you. Have a great week.
Bye. I'll see you next week if whoever's going to the Propel.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.